breaking the circuit. I know how to work it. I know how to fix this. I know how to stop this. Hooligans lead the way with gasoline for the flame. The boogeyman at the gates with no regrets. He's insane. He's a ruler in a game. When it rains, it pours, and the core is raw. It bleeds, and I fear it's over. It's a force in motion, a never-ending ocean, and you think that it's the final thing you No remorse, it's over. No remorse, it's over. No remorse, it's over. No remorse, it's over. No remorse, it's The devil's in disguise. It's in his hands, it multiplies with no reason to his rhyme. There's no rhythm to his crimes. He will take what he finds. When it rains, it pours. Oh, and the core is raw. It bleeds, and I fear it's over. It's a force in motion, a never-ending ocean, and you think that it's the final thing you
What is up, hooligans, and happy freedom. Welcome to another episode of Coffee with Hooligans, where we try to make the news suck a little less. I appreciate all of you guys being here. If you're over on Rumble, please hit that like button. More likes equals more hooligans. We're going to read through the schedule really quick. I don't know if we're going to be able to check in on the chats. We already got a house of hooligans in the chat, and I can't see who was first because it's too much time has passed. Either way, we'll figure it out. First, we're going to get started with this first video. 16 cinnamon brands. I can't never say it. It's cinnamon. You know, the cinnamon. There's it says 16, but there's actually 20 brands recalled by the FDA for elevated lead levels. So if you like cinnamon in your food, you're eating lead. You're consuming lead. So that's good stuff. Then we got a video titled "What's a Superbug? Drug Resistant Cases on the Rise." I don't know. I don't really believe it, but that's just me. Then we got an interesting video of Hakeem Jeffries saying House Speaker Caroline Leavitt is sick, ignorant, and demented, calling her names, telling her she's a liar and stuff. He seems really hurt. Then we got a video titled U.S. is working on doubling the aid to Argentina to $40 billion for tapping private funding sources. I didn't know why we were trying to send them $20 billion and now we're going to send them $40 billion. I don't know. That doesn't make sense to me. Then we got a video titled Survivors Reported After Latest U.S. Strike in the Caribbean. This is an interesting story because they're not just talking about us striking the drug boats, which the Democrats don't like that because they like drugs and they like illegals. So it's like they're just completely against that. But now they're trying to say like we aren't even successful in doing that. There's survivors. They don't have any proof because they don't know anything about anything. But they're pretty sure some people survived. And, well, it's the mean orange man's fault. Then we got our midlife break, our funny video halfway through. Today it was provided by Stoner and it's titled It's Mint. Then getting back into the news, we got a video titled Ex-Trump National Security Advisor John Bolton appears in court, latest updates. I've been kind of avoiding this because this sounds like a nothing story to me, but maybe I'm wrong. So I don't know. We got a little less than 2 minutes of that. Then we got a video titled U.S. Senate candidate Graham Plattner addresses deleted social media posts criticizing police. This person is making Antifa posts. I mean, referencing all cops are bastards and all that stuff. Well, now he's running for office and he don't want people to think about him like that. So he deleted all the posts and he claims that he's a different person now. Oh, okay. Then we got a video titled Louisiana Man Accused of Joining 2023 Hamas-Led Attack on Israel. This is a crazy story because this is basically about a terrorist, but they don't call him a terrorist through the whole damn story. Then we got another crazy video. ICE agents detain Hanover Park police officer. Apparently the police officers in Illinois are illegals, or at least this guy was. He's been illegal since like 2015, but he's just masquerading as a cop in Illinois. But everything's fine in Illinois. Don't you worry. Then we got a video titled Police Raid Illicit Chinese Massage Parlors. Apparently China or Chinese crime networks are using these massage parlors for human trafficking. I did not know, but either way, they busted a bunch of people. Then we're going to be getting into the fun stuff. We're going to be opening today's door of the Advent Calendar sent by Cass. And we got our 2 funny videos of the day. First one was provided by Donnie, and it's titled Elon and Trump Parallel Universe. And our official funny video of the day was provided by Stoner, and it's titled Just Tell Me That I Am a Good Boy. All of that's coming up next, but first we're going to try and read through the chat really quick. And what is up, everyone, over on jeffmaclive.com. What's up, Snooks? What's up, Turbo? What's up, Tom Tom? What's up, Ghostly? What's up, 10 Man? What's up, Zero? What's up, Russell? And what's up, Guest Some? Happy freedom, you hooligans. Appreciate all of you guys being on the website. And what is up, everyone, over on Rumble? I can't tell who was first today because the chat refreshed. But either way, happy freedom to you, hooligans. What's up, Appeal to Evan? What's up, Dutton? What's up, Kevin? Happy freedom to you. Let me see. Scrolling through. What's up, Cass? Happy freedom. What's up, Watchman? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Bright Gaming? What's up, Puffin Stuff? Happy freedom. What's up, Beck Frank? Happy freedom to you. You're going to like our midlife break. What's up, Mr. Satan? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Major? Happy freedom. What's up, Elder Zoomer? Happy freedom. Make sure we get everybody. What's up, Garth? Happy freedom to you. Wet Fart Friday. I don't know about that, Garth. I don't know. The chip hasn't affected me like that. It was hot the entire time it was in my body, but I survived it. What's up, Kane? Happy freedom to you. Make sure we get everybody. Let me see. Scrolling. What's up, Bill Clay? Happy freedom. What's up, Disco? Happy freedom to you. I think we got everybody. Make sure you guys hit that like button over on Rumble. See if you can get us on the front page. And what is up, everyone, over on Kick? What's up, Meta? Happy freedom. And what is up, everyone, over on Twitch? What's up, Tony Rich? What's up, Southern Eagleman? Happy freedom to you. And what is up, everyone, over on the GoofTube? What's up, Agent O? Happy freedom. Russell, you're omnipresent. Appreciate you. What's up, Mr. Satan? What's up, Christine? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Xterra? What's up, Susan? Happy freedom to you. I think we got everybody. Pretty sure. And what is up, everyone, over on X? Happy freedom to you. You guys are welcome. Hit that like button over on the GoofTube as well. Let's go ahead and get into things. Like I said, we're going to be starting off with this first video. 16 cinnamon brands recalled by FDA for elevated lead levels. Now, I'm always talking about how I can't say this word out loud, and the news was like, oh yeah, and then just decided to put this out there. Now, there was no versions of this news longer than 30 seconds because they don't want people to be scared of the cinnamon seasoning stuff. So they don't want anybody to know about this, but I don't really partake in that kind of seasoning, so it's not a big deal for me. I'd rather not consume lead. That's just me. Either way, this is, of course, where I would be advertising all of our cool merch made by Alistair, but I'm still working on the merch store because things are a pain in the ass. So I will be dropping Alistair's links because he's fantastic. We're going to go ahead and get into this. Make sure you hit that like button, and let's get this rolling.
On the Health Watch now, it is one of the world's most popular spices, but cinnamon could be a health hazard. The FDA has identified 20 brands of ground cinnamon it says contain high levels of lead. The agency says prolonged exposure to the products could lead to elevated lead in the blood. So far, 16 of the brands have issued voluntary recalls. To see all 20 brands in question, log on to fda.gov.
Like I said, really short video there because apparently they don't want everybody to know that you're out here consuming lead. Is that pumpkin spice lead coffee? Oh, love that. Let me get 2 large. Yes. Next up, what's a superbug? Drug-resistant cases on the rise. I think this is 2 different things happening at once. They claim that this is climate change's fault and that it's also because of over-providing antibiotics, which I think is funny because I just went through 20 days of antibiotics that did not cure my leg. I think it's something else, We'll get to it in a second. First, we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about lead in your sminin seasoning. Once again, they're saying 20 brands flagged for dangerous levels of lead in them. I don't think they're going to do anything, but 16 of those 20 brands did a recall. We'll see what actually happens with that. Like I said, superbugs coming up next. We're all going to die, but first, we're going to read through chat. Tim, man, you don't use that seasoning? I don't either. I've never cooked with it. When I was a kid, I used to like stuff like that. You know, all kids like sweets and stuff. I don't really like sweets as an adult. It just makes my teeth hurt, makes my stomach sick. So here, Juicer, happy freedom. Here, Juicer, I was led to believe the synonyms contain lead. I can say synonyms. I can't say the I can't even fucking try and say it. The more I try to say it, the worse it is. The seasoning, I can't say that seasoning. I haven't been able to for like the last 20 years. Tell me I'm picky about what spices I use. I am too. This is just because I have a limited education on seasoning, but I'm learning. I'm figuring it out. Zero, that seasoning is my favorite smell and taste. Some people love it. I did when I was a kid. It kind of makes me think of Christmas for some reason, but I don't know. As an adult, my teeth just hurt thinking about it. Snooks, I use that seasoning on pork tenderloin roast, and it's good. That's interesting. I've never used sweet stuff like that in cooking, but I know it works out. Like honey ham is fantastic, even though I don't really eat ham anymore. Guess some scary spice was the best. What? I thought sporty spice was the best. What's up, Ghostly? Happy freedom. I've eaten enough lead paint to have developed a taste for it. You're a lead connoisseur? Goodness. Oh yeah, I wanted to show you guys this. So we got the Trump button yesterday, and I put batteries in it. It's got like 12 catchphrases.
Everybody knows what I'm saying is true. You're fired.
You're fired.
We will have so much winning if I get elected that you may get bored with winning.
Mm-hmm.
I've gotten great reviews. Everything's gotten great reviews except for one thing, my hair. We will make America great again.
Love that. Love the shit out of that. Good stuff. Bill Clay Ginger Spice is the best. I'm gonna have to pull her up. I can't remember all the Spice Girls. I need to go look with my adult eyes. Guess since you overlooked me on Rumble, I hope your leg falls off. I'm sorry, Guess your name blends in with Rumblebot. So when I see yellow, I think, because I've tried to read Rumblebot's comments like for the first couple weeks that we had Rumblebot. So now when I see yellow, I'm just like, oh, skip it. Oh, skip it. Paul's yellow too. Yesterday I kept skipping Paul because I'm like, oh, that's Rumblebot. Oh, that's Rumblebot. Like I just see the yellow. It's hard to read this many chats at once. That's why everybody does. I'll show you. I got a thing. I haven't been using it. It's kind of like a secret that I haven't told you guys. Where is it at? There. We have this. Now this will actually show all the chats mixed together. It won't be just Rumble. But I want everybody to be on Rumble, and I'd like to read your guys' chat in context. But most live streamers, if they even read your chat, which most of them don't, they pile it all into one chat, and then you're just reading it line by line. Nothing's in context because everything's mixed together. So then they just, I don't know, kind of say some nonsense to you. They don't actually have a conversation with you because they can't tell the context of anything you're saying. So instead, I read each chat individually, and yeah, things go that way. Either way. Oh, that's Ginger Spice? I see, Snugs. Yeah, but what do they look like now? That's what I need to know. What do they all look like now? 10 Man, you're a commercial painter for over 35 years. I know you used to do some painting. I didn't know it was for 35 years, though. Guess I'm the only name you need to call. If I had a nickel for every time I've been told that, you know. I've never had a girlfriend that didn't feel that way. That's all right. It's all right. I'll do better, Cass, that's because you're the best. Well, I try. I'm really surprised I'm still here. I don't know. The chip, my body handled that chip a lot worse than it did the Reaper Pepper. The Reaper Pepper was no big deal. Once the fire was out, it was fine. Didn't matter. The chip was hot the whole time it was inside my body. I don't know. But now I have this false sense of confidence. Like yeah, I could do it. Like, I'm going to end up hurting myself. Totally care. Happy freedom to you. Got to put some lead in your pencil. That's what she told him. Made sure that's the fire crotch. Yes. It sounds like a Pokemon when you say it like that. Fire crotch, I choose you. Kevin, China's trying to take over PEI. There's a huge investigation. It was on the news. I'm not really surprised. They've bought like 500,000 acres of American property. It sounds like they're just trying to take over everything. Everything everywhere. Guess how's your butthole? It's doing fine. Surprisingly well, honestly. That's the other thing is I'm like, it didn't really affect me that bad. Maybe my pre-existing stomach condition's really bad. If eating hot stuff doesn't even make anything worse. Guess someone's PEI, Prince Edward Island. Stomachs are all Botoxed up, so they all look the same. Oh, yeah, the Spice Girls. That figures. I didn't think about that. I wish women would stop injecting their face and using 30 pounds of makeup and stop using filters and stop getting plastic surgery and stop wasting money on big, stupid fucking cups. And there's other things I wish women wouldn't do, but that's okay. It's their life. What's up, Skulls? Happy freedom. Christine, well, my cinnamon, I said it, is organic and had for a while, so it should be safe, I hope, but probably have to detox the body. Yeah, it's hard to say. I don't know. I wonder if there's a way you could even test it at home. People test drugs and stuff. You would think there'd be a way to test if your seasoning has lead in it. Maybe. What's up, Now It Seems? Happy freedom. The horse paste, yes. What's up, TT? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Salty Alien? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Toy Mafia? Happy freedom. Russell, you hate pain? Why don't you like pain? I like pain. I feel like it gives me the ability to get into deep thought, kind of like mowing the grass. You can sit there and think about your whole life story while you're doing that stuff. I just don't like getting pain on my clothes. Tin Man, if I had a cut, I would bleed paint. I didn't realize. I did not know. Should have been the Paint Man instead of the Tin Man. Guess so basically you want a dude is my take. No, I don't want superficial women. I don't like fake people. I don't like fake people at all. And it sucks because like my generation and down, the women are so superficial. They care about stupid shit. That's why they be with dudes that whoop their ass and get them hooked on drugs and shit. And they'll take that over like somebody that's got a fucking job and like takes care of their kids and shit. Like, I don't know. They're fucking weird because social media made them weird. And so it sucks. It sucks. It's just the way they are. Not all of them, but if you throw a rock with your eyes closed, you're going to hit 3 of them. Like, that's the way it is right now. Here, Juicer. I once had wings so hot that my pee hurt the next morning. Thought I had VD and almost assaulted my girlfriend. Both could be true here, Juicer. Yeah, I don't know. Somebody said something about that yesterday. They were like, you're gonna pee hot sauce or something, and that made the tip hurt. I was like, I hope that's not a thing. It hasn't happened yet. I hope it never happens, but yeah, that's nightmare sauce. MU, did you put oregano on the spider bite? No, because I wasn't sure how to apply it. I need Peyton to give me instructions. I was gonna ask Peyton if they show up today. Either way, we're gonna get back into the news here. We need to scare you guys with all the superbug talk here. It's titled, What is a Superbug? Drug-resistant cases on the rise. Now, again, I think this is misplaced blame. Yesterday, we covered a story about how 70% of adults in America are obese. But they never once talked about how the food here sucks, which contributes to people being obese. This is the same kind of situation, in my opinion. We're going to talk about it after the video. But they're blaming the superbug on climate change and on overprescribing antibiotics, like people taking antibiotics too much, and that somehow makes the germs smarter. And I don't know, I'm not a gynecologist, I just play one on TV. Hit that like button if you haven't already, and let's get into this.
World Health Organization is warning superbugs are on the rise. They're bacteria that don't respond to standard antibiotics and make simple infections harder to treat.
WREL health reporter Grace Haba joins us now. Grace, this is impacting patients right here in our state.
We see about 2.8 million patients infected with these drug-resistant bacteria all across the U.S., and they're estimated to cause about 35,000 deaths each and every year. And as he said, North Carolina is not immune. There are many different kinds of this drug-resistant bacteria, and some spread faster than others. This one you see here is called NDM-CRE, and the CDC says it rose 460% between 2019 and 2023. You might have also heard of this one. It's called MRSA. This has been around for decades, and a doctor with Duke Health says it still remains a problem here in North Carolina. It's believed the rise is partially caused by an overuse of antibiotics in situations where they're not needed. So, for example, giving antibiotics to someone who has the flu, which is a viral infection. When antibiotics do not work, a routine infection can turn deadly.
The bacteria and the fungi and different germs are evolving. They're always evolving. This is how the world is. And we need to have a pipeline of treatments to handle those. That hasn't kept up. That's one issue. Another issue is surveillance. We need to be able to just know what's out there.
Now, Dr. Holland says warming climate is also contributing to these rises in infections, making North Carolina a more favorable home to these bacteria. Now, despite the scary name of superbug, Dr. Holland says do not panic. His advice to reduce your risk of getting sick is just to go back to the basic, washing your hands, guys, and staying away from others who are sick, especially, Lena, as we head into a new respiratory virus season.
Okay, so yeah, make sure you're really, really scared. Damn climate change. I don't even know why they said that stupid shit. The WHO is saying the superbugs are on the rise. They say it's resistant to drug treatment. They say that the rise of superbugs is because of over providing antibiotics, and then they turn around and blame climate change for it. What I've been hearing over the last couple of years is people saying that their medicine isn't working. Now, they may have ADD or ADHD, they might be antidepressants, they could be a variety of things. But I've heard people of all sorts who take medicine on a regular basis to stabilize themselves in one way or another. I've heard lots of people saying that their medicine just doesn't work very well anymore, and they're not sure if they're building up an immunity or are the drug companies cutting down the good stuff to double their profits, the same way drug dealers do, right? They don't give you pure drugs, they cut it with something else so they can double up their supply. I wouldn't be surprised if that's what drug manufacturers are doing. Most people don't know what the fuck is in this shit. I don't even think they know what's in the shit half the time, but they'll sell it to you if you got enough money, and that's all they care about is money. That's why most medicine just treats the symptoms and not the problem. If they cure you, there's no money in that. All they can do is make you feel comfortable while you're sick and then make sure you're sick all the damn time. That's why our food is the way it is. And so I don't necessarily think it's climate change and over providing antibiotics that's the entire blame of this superbug. I think it's that the medicine is being made cheaper and shittier, just like everything else around us. McDonald's today sucks worse than it did 10 years ago. I can't explain why. Same reason the planes are falling out of the sky. Same reason that everything else is happening the way it is. The same reason they can go on the news and have outrageous shit and nobody even bats an eye anymore. When, back in the day, people were worried about controversy and all of that, because if you got everybody pissed at you, something bad could happen. Now everybody's divided. Nobody's united in shit. I don't even believe in cancel culture, really. I think it's a fear that used to exist during the lockdowns that don't really happen anymore. Kind of like the riots. But either way, I think it's a little bit of both. I think the drugs are going to shit, and I think that they probably are over-provided because everybody thinks there's something fucking wrong with them, because mental illness equals special treatment now, and ever since that's been a thing, everybody's mentally ill, which is weird. Victim mentality, a pill for every problem, right? Doctors are over prescribing shit because they make money off of it. I think it's a plethora of factors that's equaling these superbugs. I don't think you popping pills is making the germs smarter. I think it's just dumb people doing dumb shit, and it's all contributing to people being sick and drugs not being effective. That's just my opinion, though. Either way, next up we got Hakeem Jeffries. He's talking shit about Caroline Leavitt. I wouldn't be surprised if she just walked up and gave him a haymaker, but we'll see how it goes. It's coming up next. First, we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about these super bugs. They got them super crabs, super AIDS. It's not good. Hair juicer, my friend has had MRSA for 10 years. Jiu-jitsu gym got contaminated. Nah, that sucks, hair juicer. The local jail was having that problem. where they were like, they had MRSA in the jail and they couldn't get it out of there. They had to burn the books and burn all the bedding and stuff because they just couldn't get rid of it. Ghostly, it's China. It is China. Zero's superbugs are on the rise because they gain to function them. Yeah, it's probably that too. What's up, man? Rogers, happy freedom. Russell, viruses' whole goal is to survive. They mutate to where drugs don't work. Yeah. Some cricket kiss, happy freedom. Bioweapons, yeah. That's what I always say about the plague. It's a bioweapon. That shit was made to hurt us. What's up, James? Happy freedom to you. Kevin, no. I haven't opened Pokemon in a couple weeks. I'll have to check it out. Cass. That's what's happening. It's sick care, not health care, to keep you coming back. Yeah, it is. And it's outrageous. Like, the 4 times I went to the doctor, I owe like $3,200 or something like that. They didn't even fix me. They just told me to give up. Basically, they were like, "We keep trying shit, but we don't know what's wrong with you." Like, oh, okay. Almost $3,500 in bills for nothing. Have them go over there and go, "Oh yeah, your leg's hot. Let's give you some medicine. Ain't gonna do shit." And then I paid $40 every time I had to go get medicine. So I spent $80 or something like that on medicine, on top of owing like $4,300, something like that. It's like $4,263 or some shit. Like, I don't know. I'm never paying it, so they can kiss my ass. But it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Like, what is that? What a profitable business. You come in, we don't give you shit for service. We don't fix your problems or anything. We just speak softly to you and use kid gloves. And then we just charge you thousands of dollars. God, I need to start my own business like that. Southern Eagleman, also it's psychological. Talking about the medicine. Southern Eagleman, great job on the chip. Well, thank you. I'm glad I'm still here. What's up, DP? Happy freedom. What's up, Motorsports? Happy freedom to you. Man, it's because you didn't look at the toilet paper while wiping. I didn't notice any more blood than usual. What are you doing, man, Rogers? Got some new wheels? Well, thank you, Snooks. I appreciate the compliment. Oh, that's badass. You're playing with rock crawlers? WMM is into that stuff. He's been busy lately, but he's all about that RC stuff. I don't have the money. I wish. I think they're cool. Either way, moving forward here, like I said, Hakeem Jeffries says House Speaker Caroline Leavitt is sick, ignorant, and demented. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if Caroline Leavitt let him have it, because she seems like a woman that hits dudes. She does. But either way, we'll see if Timo Obama survives the backlash he's going to catch from this bullshit, because he's talking straight shit about Caroline Leavitt. Once again, it is Hakeem Jeffries saying House Speaker Caroline Leavitt is sick, ignorant, and demented. Make sure you hit that like button over on Rumble as well as the CommuTube, and let's get into this.
And then you got Caroline Leavitt, who's sick. She's out of control. And I'm not sure whether she's just demented, ignorant, a stone cold liar, or all of the above. But the notion that an official White House spokesperson would say that the Democratic Party consists of terrorists, violent criminals, and undocumented immigrants, this makes no sense. That this is what the American people are getting from the Trump administration in the middle of a shutdown.
he just sounds hurt to me. He just sounds like his feelings are hurt. He's over here calling Caroline Leavitt names, saying she's a liar. And like I said, he just sounds hurt. He's like, oh, it's all, you're doing this to me during a government shutdown that we caused? Yeah. Is there a better time to let you have it? I mean, goodness. Either way, next up, U.S. is working on doubling aid to Argentina to $40 billion by tapping private funding sources. We'll just go ahead and get into this really quick. I still don't understand why we're doing this. We covered this. This is technically a follow-up. We covered this either yesterday or the day before. I think it was the day before. We're going to be sending $20 billion to Argentina to boost their economy. And now we're going to send them $40 billion instead. And I don't know why we're doing that. How does that make our life better? How does that make America great again? I don't really understand that. I know President Trump's buddies with this guy, but we're paying for that shit. And like, I don't get it. Either way, hit the like button if you haven't. Let's get into this.
Now, ahead of his visit with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky at the White House tomorrow, President Trump says he'll also meet with Russian President Vladimir Putin in person for a second time. He announced online that they'll meet in Budapest, although he didn't give a date as to when. On the other hand, the president is also considering a bailout pledge to Argentina.
That move is drawing pushback from both Democrats and Republicans. NBC's Gabe Gutierrez has details from Washington.
It's day 16 of the government shutdown with no end in sight. But President Trump this week offering to help a political ally.
He's MAGA all the way. It's make Argentina great again.
Trump warmly greeting Argentina's president, Javier Milei, at the White House, promising a $20 billion bailout for that country's struggling economy. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent saying the U.S. will exchange U.S. dollars for pesos, and the money will be paid back, though he gave few details.
When we can help our neighbors, we're making tremendous progress in South America.
Now Bessent says the administration is working on another $20 billion to help Argentina. And it's that extra bailout that has even some Republicans crying foul.
Doesn't make a lot of sense. You essentially have to borrow the money from China to send it to Argentina. It doesn't make a lot of sense.
Georgia Republican Marjorie Taylor Greene, a Trump ally, taking her anger to social media, writing, with Americans getting decimated with a high cost of living, how is it America first to bail out a foreign country? Democrats accusing the president of caring more about Milei than the health of the American people during the government shutdown.
Rather than fix the health care crisis devastating Americans here at home, Trump's doubling down on sending $40 billion to a right-wing MAGA strongman in Argentina.
The Treasury Secretary says the extra $20 billion will come from the private sector, not taxpayers. But Argentina has defaulted on its debt obligations 3 times over the past 25 years. Gabe Gutierrez, NBC News, Washington.
Okay, so like I said, I don't know why we're doing that. I don't know how that's going to benefit us in any kind of way. He's supposed to be making Argentina great again, but what's that going to do with us? I don't really like money going to the Ukraine. Don't really like money going to Argentina. And that's just how I feel about it. But either way, they're saying that he wants to double up. It was originally $20 billion. Now it's going to be $40 billion. They claim that the money will be paid back, but they don't give any details on when or how that's going to happen. Dems and GOP are becoming vocally against it, showing Marjorie Taylor Greene saying, how is sending money to Argentina America first? They mention Argentina also has bad credit when it comes to paying people back and debt and stuff like that. So I don't know why we're doing this. This doesn't seem like a good idea. Next up, survivors reported after latest U.S. strike in the Caribbean. Apparently in this last strike, they think there's survivors, but they don't know. They don't know why the boat was hit. They don't know whose boat it was. They don't know who was on the boat. They don't know where the survivors are. They don't have any proof that anybody survived, but they swear up and down that there were survivors because President Trump can't do anything without messing it up, is their opinion. It's coming up next, but first, we're going to hop in the chat and see what you hooligans think about Argentina getting $40 billion from us. Russell, they defaulted because they had a socialist. Oh, for their leader. Well, hopefully they pay us back. I don't know. Who's giving us $40 billion? Zero, we need to keep our money here. Yeah, that's what I think too. Russell, it's a loan, not a gift. Yeah, that's what they keep saying. Ghostly, what the fuck? Yeah. Snugs, I don't like all that money going to Argentina. We need to take care of our country. That's what I think too. What's up, Big B? Happy freedom to you. Major, yeah. For real. Done 28 days is the record. Think we'll beat it? I thought it was like 35 days was the record. $35 days. Back in 2018. Yep. So 35 days is the longest government shutdown. What'd they say we're at? 16 or 18 or something like that? Elder Zoomer, how about we send $40 billion to the U.S.? I mean, that sounds good. Dana, I'm talking about Timu Obama saying he's a clown. Yeah, Jeffries, he loves that spotlight. He'll get up there and cry every single day if it means someone will stick a camera in his face. Total Care charity begins at home. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we need to stop giving our money away. What's up, Jay Blazer? Happy freedom. What's up, Rich? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Drob? Happy freedom. U.S. currency for pesos. Yeah, I saw that. What's up, Michael? Happy freedom. What's up, Savage? Happy freedom to you. DP, big government theater. Seems that way. Christine, why 40 billion more? Well, it's 20 billion more, 40 billion in total. They said when we covered the original video, because this is a follow-up, that it was to boost their economy. But he was also saying that if the guy he likes, the MAGA guy, if that guy doesn't win, then we're not going to be cool with Argentina. And I don't really understand how that doesn't influence their elections, right? So like we have, Harris versus Trump. Russia shows up and goes, hey, if Harris doesn't win, then we're not going to end the war in Ukraine. Like, that would be interfering with our election. We'd have a problem with that. Or if they said, hey, we're going to give $1 trillion to the U.S. if Trump wins. Blue News would be all kinds of pissed off about that, saying that they're manipulating our elections based on who's going to win the presidency is going to dictate who we're allies with and stuff like that. Who's getting gifts and whatnot. And this is the same way. We're hitting up Argentina, publicly announcing if the guy we like wins, we're giving Argentina an economy boost. We're going to change their economy. But if not, if the guy we don't like, doesn't do the thing, then we're not going to do that. We're not going to be cool with them. We're not going to help them out and stuff. How does that not affect their election? Because their people have to see that shit, I assume, unless it's terribly communism over there. So you would assume America's president's being played everywhere. Their people's like, oh, okay, our economy is going to go to shit if we don't vote for this guy. Looks like we all have to vote for this guy or else we're all going to be living in the slums. And I don't understand how that's not interfering with somebody else's election. I don't know. I'm kind of a big thing about being a hypocrite, and like you can't help it. It's, you're a human, but to just be openly like that's to me, that's like being a hypocrite. We don't want people fucking with our elections, but we are okay fucking with other people's elections. I don't like that. That's just me though. That's just me. What's up, Fitzy? Happy freedom. What's up, Mike T? Happy freedom to you. Let's see. Stoner, don't cry for me, Argentina. Is that a song? I see all of you guys typing that. Is that a thing? Fitzy, what do these people even do with the money? Is any of it even accounted for? I doubt it. We don't even know what our government spends the money on. Thank you so much, Ramsey, for that $2 donation over on Rumble. Really appreciate you, Ramsey. Thank you so much. It says like, share, and repost because Klaus said to. That's right. Thank you, Ramsey. Crick his. China wants it bad. Argentina. Watchman, I think the other guy's drug cartel. Oh, I believe it. Totally believe it. Thank you so much, Guess Some, for that $5 donation over on Rumble. You're a badass, Guess Some. Thank you. Says towards Charmin toilet paper for your sensitive starfish. Thank you, Guess Some. Really appreciate the consideration and all the support. Thank you. So, oh, it is a song? I see. Go see, yeah, but I don't care at all about us interfering with their elections. I just care about it on the principle that we wouldn't want people messing with our stuff, or if people were to do that, that it'd be a big deal. But if we do it to other people, it's not a big deal. I don't actually care because I don't have to live there, so whatever choices they make, that is their fucking problem over there. And that's kind of how I feel. I don't want anything bad to happen, but shit, their choices don't affect me. I don't care that much. But I just mean the integrity in the situation. You know, don't be talking about how you want to live in a glass house and you out there burning everybody else's glass house down, you know. That's just how I look at it. What goes around comes around. You know, that's how karma is. And I believe in God, but I also understand the rules of the world. And that's what it is. Don't throw stones if you live in a glass house. Don't do shit to other people that you don't want them to do to you. And that's just how I think about it. The problem is when you're not thinking and you're reacting. That's when hypocrite shit happens. Either way, moving forward here, like I said, blue team news talking shit. I really think all of this is just them trying to say that Trump's not good at the things that he tries to do. That's what I think the moral of this upcoming story is, because they're going to make claims that on this 6th drug boat strike that we just did, that not everybody got smoked, as in it wasn't completely mission complete there, right? Like they thought they hit the target and all that stuff. They destroyed the boat and all of that, but they swear there's some survivors. And then they turn around and tell you they don't know anything about anything. They literally don't have any details on anything, but they're going to swear up and down that President Trump didn't do the thing and that some of those people survived. And then that undermines the whole point of doing the strike altogether, because if we're not killing the terrorists, then what are we doing? And so, again, I think this is just to make Trump look bad. I don't actually think they know or have any evidence that there was any survivors from this hit. But it's a fun little story here. Lots of propaganda. And you know the normies will believe this shit. So just go ahead and hit that like button if you haven't already. And let's get into this.
A U.S. official tells CBS News the U.S. military has carried out yet another strike on a suspected drug-carrying boat in the Caribbean. It's the first known attack where some of the people on board apparently survived. This comes as some members of Congress are now questioning the endgame of these strikes. I want to bring in CBS News Pentagon reporter Eleanor Watson, who's joining me now from Washington. So, Ellie, what more do we know about this latest strike, and how do we know that people survived?
Yeah, well, Vlad, this is the 6th known strike against a vessel in the Caribbean in just over the past month and a half. And as you said, it's the first one that officials tell us there may have been survivors. We still don't know who specifically was on that boat, what conducted the strike, and where the survivors are now or what they were carrying. But all of the previous strikes were conducted against alleged drug boats, killing nearly 30 people in total. The strikes are part of an expanded use of the military for missions against drug cartels that have historically been handled by the Department of Homeland Security using interdictions. And amidst this now military mission, there are about 10,000 U.S. forces in the region, including on warships like destroyers and on bases in Puerto Rico. All of that buildup seems a bit like overkill if these strikes remain limited to just drug boats. But President Trump, as you've heard, Vlad, over the past few weeks has threatened to expand the use of the strikes to target cartels, not just in the sea, but also on land.
Yeah. So let's talk about the confirmation that CBS News has from the head of U.S. Southern Command, who's been overseeing most of the.
Okay. So, anyways, like I said, it seems like a huge nothing story. They're saying this is the 6th known strike. Of course, they're using that language as if, you know, President Trump's super deceitful and whatnot. So it's the 6th that we know of, because he's such a liar. They claim that some of the people from the strike on the drug boat survived, but they don't know who was on the boat. They don't know what they were doing. They don't know anything at all, but they're pretty sure that somebody survived. even though they don't know anything about the whole situation. And then they mentioned that President Trump was talking about striking their cartel on the land, and they talk about it as if that's a bad thing. And that's the whole story. It's like, oh, okay. There's no proof of any of this being anything. As far as we know, the strike happened, and it was a success. Blue News says, nah, there were survivors. So that means we lose. I'm like, all right, whatever you say, fucking Democrats. Either way, next up, we got our midlife break. It's our funny video halfway through. Today it was provided by Stoner, and it's titled It's Mint. It's coming up next. So first, we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about that video claiming there were survivors from the last drug boat strike. 10-man cartels thinking they can take on the U.S. Navy. Yeah, I know, and I think that's funny. Guess no one survived. No way. Yeah, I was thinking that too. It's like you're on a little dinghy. You got drugs. You don't know shit about nothing. You're just skimming across the waves. And all of a sudden you get hit by a fucking rocket. And it's like, oh yeah, survivors. What part? What part of them survived? Like, I can't see anybody getting out of that hole. They blew the boat up. They blew the whole fucking boat up. Like, I don't know. I just don't think so. People survived, but we don't have any details. I'm like, I don't know. I should probably validate that before you stick that on the news. Ghostly to the left, it's bad if they die, it's bad if they survived, it's bad when it rains, it's bad when it's sunny. Fuck them. Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. Ghostly, if they did survive, they didn't survive the swim back home. Yeah, exactly. Crick is aloe butt wipes. Pamper your hiney. I know, I almost had to push an ice cube up there. What's up, MU? Happy freedom to you. I'm glad you guys dig all the fall emojis. I thought that was nice and festive. I've been feeling extra festive this year. I don't know why. Thank you so much, Snooks, for that $25 donation over on Rumble. Really appreciate you, Snooks. Thank you so much for the support, and thank you for everything you do for us. It says, you're a chip-eating badass, Jeff. Much respect, and I love all you hooligans. Well, thank you, Snooks. Really appreciate it. Kevin, I get the roughest toilet paper I can get. Lets me know my place in life, keeps me humble. And that's what I get. I get the extra strong Charmin, the ultra strong, the red ones, the like thickest toilet paper known to man. You're in there writing your life, you know, thoughts down, like, to my fairest love, ta ta ta. Yeah, I'm sitting there taking shit. I don't know. And then you know when it's clean when you see blood. I don't know, that's how I get down. What's up, Electric Hammer? Happy freedom. Done, a rocket pop would be easier. I mean, I guess. Then you got to remove the stick. What's up, Tori Wayne? I'm going to make Klaus do it. Fucking payback is a bitch. Oh, no. Oh, no. Guess I might use 400 grit sandpaper. Mm-hmm. They made it so the toilet paper turns red so you know when to stop wiping. Appeal to Heaven. Cartel could get a Navy ship if they wanted one. Just think about it. I mean, I don't know. They do have a lot of resources. That would be entertaining. I don't think they could take on our military, like, not at all. But I don't even consider that a possibility. But it would be so fucking entertaining. Because they got money and stuff, so they put together that, and then we go out there and just blow it out of the water. We'd probably send a submarine out there. You just see their fancy new little boat just going across the waves, and then all of a sudden just fucking don't even see what happened to it. It just blows up. They're like, clear, just fucking swims away. They can do what they want, but so can we. What's up, Obnoxious Guy? Happy freedom to you. Crick Kiss, just get a Chinese spy balloon. Those things go a week. I kind of wish we would get another Chinese spy balloon, because I'd like to see President Trump handle that situation versus having to live with Biden, let that thing just float around military bases and all that. Meta, truly, I'd rather not know about these strikes. I don't know. It doesn't really make a difference to me. It's entertaining to know that it's happening, but I know that there's stuff happening that they don't tell us. There always will be. It doesn't affect my day. I mean, unless it directly does, and even when it does, they're not going to tell us it was them. So, what does it matter? Also, did you see that the thing updated? There's 102 hooligans now over on Rumble. Because yesterday we was eating that hot chip. I don't know what caused it to update or why it wasn't updating in real time yesterday. I wonder if I had to validate the transactions or something. Either way, we survived the hot chip. Beck Frank was talking about getting some spicy jerky that we might have to work up to. We'll see how it all turns out. What's up, Larry? Happy Freedom. What's up, Jay? Happy Freedom to you. Savage Gaming, I enjoyed your one chip challenge, by the way. That's badass, Savage Gaming. Glad you dug it. Yes. It took forever to print the video because obviously we did it live yesterday. I cut the video, it's like 18 minutes or something like that, so it took a million years to transfer it to my phone and to edit it and then to transfer it back. And then by the time I got it all ready, it was like 2 o'clock in the morning. So if I uploaded it, nobody was going to watch it. So I uploaded and scheduled it to come out at noon today on GoofTube and on Rumble. And so hopefully that worked out for everybody. But yeah, it was pretty fun. What's up, Simply Witchy? Happy Freedom. Simply Witchy. You'll get hemorrhoids if you wipe till you bleed. I mean, I guess. I have all kinds of stomach problems. All right, hooligans. Moving forward here, like I said, we got our midlife break. It's our funny video halfway through. Today it was provided by Stoner, and it's titled It's Mint. But before we get into this, I want to remind you, hooligans, if you'd like to join the membership program over on Rumble and become an official hooligan, all you have to do is click that big red subscribe button right below where you type in the chat. Now, if you're on Android and using the Rumble app, you're unable to see that big red subscribe button. So you got to open your browser, go to rumble.com, log in, come to the live, hop in the chat. And like I said, right below where you type in the chat, you will see that big red subscribe button. Click that button and jump through the hoops, and your name will be highlighted as an official Rumble hooligan. You'll have access to our custom emojis. We have chapstick emojis, scream and goat emojis, Klaus Daniels emojis, President Trump emojis, and more. It's a lot of fun during the live, especially during a Trump live. So definitely go join the membership program over on Rumble. Let's get this funny video pulled up. Like I said, it was provided by Stoner.
You want to?
All right, it's titled It's Mint.
You want to know the best part about moving to the USA from Australia? Now that I'm living in the land of the free, I could just walk around wearing American flags on my shirt. Happy Dad sent me this shirt, so shout out there, mate. The American flag's by far the sickest fucking flag. It's got stars and fucking stripes. I saw someone made a joke about the Australian flag. Looks like we're on a Zoom call with the UK still. They're up in the top left corner. God save the fucking Queen, mate. Whoever designed this shit, we need to reanimate them and send them to Australia so they can fix our flag. I think we should put a fucking kangaroo on there, holding a fucking beer. Another idea, we could put Steve Irwin on the fucking cover. He's got a fucking crocodile and a fucking headlock. Be fucking mint.
Mint.
You want to know the best part about
Good stuff there. Getting back into the news. He's like, I can walk around wearing American flags on my shirt. That's right. That's right. We love that shit here. When I was dating that Canadian, she told me that all the time. She's like, you guys are super patriotic here. I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, everywhere we go, there's just American flags everywhere. They're hanging off the buildings. They're hanging off the houses. There's poles with flags. People are wearing shirts with flags. There's just flags everywhere. Like, yeah, because we're the greatest country in the world. And she's like, no, it ain't. Canada's the greatest country in the world. And then later on, she told me everywhere where there's a Canadian flag, it is accompanied by an American flag. And I was like, have you seen a Canadian flag since you've been here? She's like, no. And I was like, you can't even buy them at Walmart. That's how you know. I'm sorry, but that's how you know. This is the greatest country in the world. I'm sorry. We love our flags here. Next up, ex-Trump National Security Advisor John Bolton appears in court. This is the latest update. We're going to go ahead and get right into this. Now, I don't really think this is going to turn into nothing, but I think it's the lack of information that I have. I don't know who John Bolton is. I understand what he's in trouble for, but I've never seen him interact with Trump during, the last time Trump was in office and all of that. So I don't really have any feelings attached to this. This just seems like more shit that'll turn into nothing. Kind of like the Obama treason shit. They don't even talk about that anymore. I think it's going to be a bunch of nothing, but that's just my opinion. Maybe I'm absolutely wrong. Once again, this is titled Ex-Trump National Security Advisor John Bolton appears in court. This is the latest update.
This morning, former UN Ambassador John Bolton leaving his home, turning himself in at a federal court in Maryland.
Do you have any comments, sir?
It comes hours after he was indicted on 18 counts for alleged illegal transmission and retention of classified information. Bolton served in the first Trump administration, but has become a sharp critic of the president, publishing a book about his experience, President Trump telling this to Fox News.
He took classified information and he published it during a presidency. It's not, it's one thing to write a book after, during. And I believe that he's a criminal. And I believe, frankly, he should go to jail for that.
According to the indictment, Bolton allegedly kept more than 1,000 pages of information in diary-like entries from his job as President Trump's national security advisor, then emailed them to two individuals who are not named, but sources tell ABC News are his wife and daughter. The indictment adds Bolton's email was then hacked by a cyber actor believed to be associated with Iran after he left office, gaining access to that alleged classified material, which Bolton reported to authorities, but they say he failed to inform them about the alleged classified material. Bolton's home searched by officials earlier this year. Prosecutors now say classified documents found in Bolton's home range from sensitive to top secret. But Bolton's lawyer denying any wrongdoing, saying the diaries Bolton kept are, quote, not a crime, and that the former ambassador, quote, did not unlawfully share or store any information. Now, with those 18 counts, Bolton is potentially facing decades in prison if convicted. Each count carries 10 years. Olivia Rubin, ABC News, New York.
Okay, so that's what's going on with John Bolton there. They're saying that he's got 18 counts of illegal transmission of retention of classified information. He published a book about his career. They said he has more than 1,000 pages of information and diary-like entries from his job as Trump's national security advisor. They say that he emailed the information to two people that they believe is his wife and his daughter. Then they say that his account was hacked. Then they say that they found classified documents in his home, and his attorney is saying that his diaries are not a crime and that he did not unlawfully store or share any information. And then they're saying that each of his 18 counts carries 10 years in prison. Now, that sounds scary. He's facing 180 years in prison, and he's already pretty old, so, that's not good. Who do you ever see get held accountable in government? Nobody. No, it is like the Comey shit. Does Comey look scared? He don't look scared to me. What about Obama? When was his house raided again? Oh yeah, it wasn't. It's only Trump. Trump's the only one that's actually been raided and had to take mug shots and everything else. Nobody else has to do that shit. So I don't know if they actually do something, because they did raid this guy's house. That's how they found the documents. So we'll see if this actually turns into something, but I don't know a whole lot about John Bolton, and whatever's whatever. We'll stay up to date with it. Next up, U.S. Senate candidate Graham Plattner addressed a deleted social media post criticizing police. This guy was making straight-up Antifa posts on Reddit, as well as other social media, and then he decided to run for Senate and go and delete all those posts and claim that he's just a new person now. And he even admits in the middle of this video that when he was making these posts, he wasn't making them under the impression that one day he would run for Senate, which is great and all. But it's like saying the quiet part out loud that I wouldn't have made those posts if I knew that the public was going to give a shit. That doesn't mean that you're not this person anymore. It just means that you wish the public didn't know who you were. That's all it is. But either way, this guy's a piece of shit. He's trying to cover it up. It's coming up next. But first, we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about John Bolton. Guess I'm talking about rosebudding. So he had classified documents in his possession. Yeah. Simply Witchy, look up rosebudding, and you'll see that some people are not afraid of that. They're not afraid of that. Some people are proud. Very proud. Russell, yeah, this is a death sentence for Bolton. You think they'll actually get him? Zero Pence was indicted too. What was Pence indicted for? 10 Man looks like a traitor. Sounds like it. Russell, Bolton is a warmonger and retain classified documents. Yeah. Maybe they'll actually get him. I'd be surprised, but man, I've almost forgotten what accountability looks like at this point. Simply Witchy. They just put sugar on it. If you're rosebudding and you go to the hospital because your insides are hanging out your bottom, they literally put sugar on it and your intestines will retract that shit back into your body. I swear to God. I've seen a lot of internet. A whole bunch of internet. Ghostly, do not Google that. It's not that bad. It's sort of bad. It depends. Depends where you are on the scale here. Guess on the butthole chat. It's not. You guys did this. I'm running a live. I don't know what you guys are doing. This started with us talking about Bolton go to prison. That's how this started. Told to carry too much information. What do you mean? This is healthcare information. Everybody needs to know this. Are you against women's healthcare? I better stop talking like that. The fucking Democrats will be trying to recruit me. People to have him pucker up, Bolton. Mm-hmm. Kevin, does Bolton's mustache get 180 years too? It might. Crickis selling them to our global adversaries. Is that what it is? I've heard some people say that these court hearing things where they make these people go into court and they get painted up like a bad guy is humiliation rituals for politicians. Like the way we see music performers get all weird looking, dudes in dresses, women where their heads they got so much shit on their head they look like a fucking animal, and just other weird stuff. And a lot of people say it's humiliation rituals in order to stay famous and to whatever, reach the next level of whatever nonsense, fame and all of that. I've seen people say that's why you see politicians go to court and they get slandered in the news and they have to give these statements and all of that. And nothing ever happens in the end. They never go to jail. They don't go to prison. They might have been said to have paid fines, but there's no way to validate if they ever had to pay those fines. They're never on house arrest or anything like that. It's just... you get famous, more famous, you get publicity from slander. And you go in the news and they just paint you as this terrible person. And then hearing that, then that makes me think about Trump being in trouble. And then it's like, what if things were not the way we perceived it? I don't know. Fun stuff. What the hell is that, Hair Juicer? Hair Juicer's trying to kill me. What do you mean, which one? They all look scary. That's the scariest of pumpkins. The Reaper peppers. You gotta do the one in the middle. The third one from the left. 0. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Yes. Beck Frank's. Beck Frank, I don't know. You gotta be brave if you're gonna Google that. It's not good. It's not good. I can only say so much because YouTube and Twitch is watching. Maybe tomorrow for Free Speech Saturday, I'll tell you guys about it. What's up, Cat Dog? Happy freedom to you. Cat Dog knows what rosebudding is. Don't ask him, though. Cat Dog, yeah, I got to watch the hot chip. I got false confidence from it. You know, now I'm strutting. I'm strutting around. Like, could you eat a Reaper? I bet not. I bet you couldn't eat a Reaper live in front of everybody. Bet you couldn't do it. Mm-hmm. Strutting. Strutting around. I'll tell you in voice chat back, Frank. Heard you said turkey pepper. Is that what you named it? It does look like a turkey. Okay, I see now. The third from the left is the turkey pepper. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. It's Friday. We're going to do the voice chat today. If you hooligans get a paid membership for jeffmaclive.com, you can join us in the voice chat today. It's always a lot of fun. Last week, we ate Reaper peppers. This week, I'm going to be eating a ghost pepper. And I think Hair Juicer is going to eat the turkey pepper there that turkey-shaped Reaper in the voice chat. I don't know what time we're going to do it, but it's going to be at some point today in the voice chat. So get yourself a paid membership for jeffmaclive.com. You can join us in the voice chat and watch me and Hair Juicer melt our faces off. Simply Witchy. Trump commuted George Santos. Sentenced to be released from prison. Yeah, that's not good. Big B, what is a Benedict Arnold? Is that something I'm not supposed to say on the live? We're going to find out. Beck Frank. This week's also more fun because I'm back. That's right, Beck Frank. Guess I'm going to flare up. It's going to flare up now that you said that. Meta, where did Diddy go? What prison? I don't remember where Diddy is. I'm not sure. I'll have to look into that. Meta, let's watch McConnell fall down again. Yeah. We covered it yesterday. I saw a lot of people posting it today. Ridge, Bolton's a piece of shit. Oh, Larry, no, they were talking about prolapsing. That's a different kind of rosebud. BP, Bolton is like the border. They're just throwing us a bone. Is that what it is? I mean, we want to see people go to jail who need to, deserve to go to jail. Simply Witchy, a traitor is a Benedict Arnold. Oh, okay. I've heard people use the phrase, but I never understood what that was about. He's a famous traitor, hair juicer. I might have to look it up. Because I've always heard it, but I've never looked into it. Tori Wayne, it's a guy. I figured it was a guy. I figured. You're right. Oh, it was in the Revolutionary War. Thank you for letting me know, Big B. Yeah, I need to look into that. Like I said, we got U.S. Senate candidate Graham Plattner. I think that's how you say his name. He addresses deleted social media posts criticizing police. Now, this guy has got Antifa mentality. He's using the phrases and all of that. But now that he's running for office, he doesn't want you guys to think of him as Antifa because you might not vote for him. So he's trying to fix his image. Hit that like button if you haven't already. Let's get into this.
Democratic Senate candidate Graham Plattner is now distancing himself from old social media posts that criticize police and rural white Americans.
The Reddit posts have since been deleted, and today the political newcomer is speaking out about them. Connor Clement joins us now in studio. So Connor, you spoke with Plattner this afternoon. What did he have to say?
Yeah, Kathleen, and Megan, Plattner confirmed, telling me today he made these comments on Reddit back in 2020 and in 2021, but claims they no longer reflect who he is today. One of the now deleted comments came in response to a thread about people becoming more conservative with age. Plattner wrote, "I got older and became a communist." Some of his posts criticized law enforcement. When another user posted, "Cops are bastards," Plattner replied, "All of them, in fact." In a separate thread where a commenter suggested white people aren't as racist or ignorant as President Trump believes, Plattner responded, "Living in white rural America, I'm afraid to tell you, they actually are." He told me today those comments were made during a confusing time in his life, describing himself then as frustrated and angry, and claims he was just trying to get a rise out of people online.
I know I said stupid stuff, and I'm not happy about that. And I know I used words that are like things that I would never say today. But I was also very much in a place where I wasn't really thinking through. I certainly wasn't intending on ever running for U.S. Senate. So it's not like I was sitting around being like, oh, I should not have, not say this. I was just trying to find an outlet. And I don't know how to say this without it sounding really stupid, but getting in dumb internet fights was an outlet.
Governor Janet Mills, who is one of the other candidates in the Democratic primary, reacting to his comments today at a campaign event in Freeport.
I haven't read the report. I'm sorry, I haven't seen it. But obviously, I would strongly disagree with those comments.
Now, Governor Mills wasn't the only one to respond to Plattner's comments. Main Speaker of the House, Ryan Fecteau, posting on Facebook this afternoon saying Graham deleted these comments before launching his U.S. Senate bid because they were considered a liability. It's on us as primary voters to determine how much or how little we care about this liability. He tried to avoid anyone knowing about. A lot to unpack there, guys.
Yeah, it really is. And Connor, we know these comments gaining national attention. It's not just people in the state talking about it. CNN has been reporting on it. Did Plattner say whether he thinks this will have an effect on the campaign?
He did. He said he doesn't believe it will have an effect on his Senate campaign. He said he hopes the voters will see these as old internet comments and focus instead on the policies that he's running on.
Okay, much more to come, I'm sure, on this story. Connor, thank you.
Okay, so he's Antifa reformed. That's not him anymore. He's not a commie anymore. And something changed. When he decided to run for office, he just all of a sudden became a better person. And he wants you to know that. He doesn't want you to look at him about the comments he made on the internet because they were representing his actual feelings. No, he's running for office now. You got to change what you think about him. I don't know. This guy running for Senate is talking like Antifa online and in his content, and now he's being exposed. He's claiming that he's a different person now and that he's not a commie, but also says that he didn't care what people were thinking about the situation until he was running for Senate, basically admitting that he's just trying to cover all of this up because he's running for office. He basically admitted it. He might as well just dropped out of the race instead of doing that whole interview. Either way, next up, we got an even crazier story. Louisiana man accused of joining 2023 Hamas-led attack on Israel. Now, they're referring to him as a Louisiana man, but I don't think he is. I think he's a border crosser because of the details they're saying in this. They basically outline that he's from somewhere else, and he did terrorist shit, and then he came here, and he actually got permanent status here somehow by lying, and now they're calling him a Louisiana man. I don't think that's how that shit works. I wouldn't refer to him as a Louisiana man, but that's what they're saying. They caught this terrorist piece of shit. The news is not doing its due diligence, and it's coming up next. But first, we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about Antifa running for office. What's up, Larry? Thank you for joining us over here on the site. Zero, you are a stupid dude. So Antifa burning down cities was just an outlet? Yeah, exactly. Russell, he's full of shit. He is. Guess he's so full of crap it sounds really stupid. He sounds like he's scrambling to try and save his image, but I think it's too late. 10-man bullshit. Yeah, exactly. Beck Frank, I felt like being a jerk and arguing with people. Great candidate for leadership. Yeah, exactly. I was abusing people on the internet as an outlet. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, you deserve to be in the Senate. There you go. Beck Frank, I could tell it was sarcasm even through your thick Aussie accent. I could tell. Beck Frank, thank you though. Appeal to Evan, but he still thinks those things. He would fit in with the Dems. Yeah, and that's what I was kind of thinking too. Is like, what if this actually helps him campaign? Because the Dems are like, oh, he's one of us. Oh, he's an extremist. He's a radical. He's one of us. Let's vote for him. You know, like maybe he'll come out on riot night. Like, I don't know. It could help his campaign, and that's kind of a scary thing to think. MU, he thinks voters are stupid. Yeah. Tool to care smells fishy. It does. Meta, Tiger doesn't change the stripes. It's true. Oh, also I looked up. Diddy is currently being held in the Metropolitan Detention Center, the MDC, in Brooklyn, New York. That's where Diddy is right now. What's up, Starn? Happy Freedom. What's up, Master Meatball? Happy Freedom to you. What's up, Lisa? Happy Freedom. Lisa, Pence, Comey, Bolton are co-conspirators that framed General Flynn to get him fired. Interesting. Oh, I see, Larry. That's funny. That's funny. You're posting the funny descriptions. Good stuff. Cool, Russell. Yeah, remind me and I'll pull it up during the voice chat. Big B, did you get bored of covering Portland's protests live? No, we cover them when they're actually protests. They're not protests right now. It's all bullshit. If you ever see anybody call themselves in Portland a patriot, then you know there's bullshit going on, because patriots are not welcome in Portland at all. And so what you're seeing right now is bullshit happening. It's because it's got so much spotlight. I don't want to sit here for 6 hours covering Portland for nobody to watch the live, nobody to show up, nobody supporting anything. And I'm just sitting here watching these fucking drug addicts stand around cackling at each other for 2 seconds of action to happen. And then it all goes back to standing around cackling and smoking crack. Like, that shit's not fun to me. It's not fun at all. I fucking hate it. It's like when I close my eyes, I still see the protests of 2020. So I don't know. That shit's not fun to me. But when it's real protest, when it's spicy and you don't know what's going to happen and somebody could die in this bitch, like, then we cover it. But when it's fake ass bullshit, standing around wasting my time shit, no. If people would show up and watch it, then yeah, we would. But what happens is I sit here and do this instead of doing other things I could be doing, like working on the website, putting the merch store together, whatever, the millions of other things I'm responsible for. Instead, I'm just sitting here with 20 people in the chat and we're all just bitching that nobody's doing anything. We're like, come on, Radical. Go burn that building down, Radical. Go do the thing. Well, they're not going to, because there's too much spotlight in Portland. They're putting it in the news. They're calling it a war zone. The lefties aren't going to make it a war zone if Trump is saying it's a war zone. That's why they're all wearing goofy outfits right now, because they're trolling Trump. Now, what would be interesting is if Trump said they saved Portland, because then the commies would go burn that bitch down, and we would absolutely be covering that. But if they're going to be standing around trolling and stuff, and I got other things I'm responsible for, I'd rather just deal with my responsibilities and try to pave a way for a stronger future than to sit here with nobody in the chat and just watch dirty drug addicts on the screen laugh and giggle until Trump's not looking at Portland anymore. And that's the thing. When they take their eyes off of Portland, Portland will get spicy again, and we'll cover it. But until then, I don't want to cover this goofy ass shit. It's not worth it in the end. What's up, Crystals? Happy Freedom. Southern Eagleman, thank you so much for gifting a sub over on Twitch. You're a badass, Southern Eagleman. Thank you so much. What's up, Bobby Johnson? Happy Freedom. What's up, Squish? Happy Freedom to you. Zero wasn't on my bingo card. Fetterman being the voice of reason. I know. Fetterman is quite surprising. What's up, Johnny Ride? Happy Freedom. Yeah, Big B. Well, and that's the thing is a lot of people have been stopping in the chat asking why we're not covering the Portland stuff, and that's why, because it's not real. I mean, you know, it's not the same thing as where they're calling it a protest and it's actually a riot. Like, no, these people are standing around doing nothing, and it's because of the spotlight. As soon as the microscope moves to a different location, we got some real potential. But as long as that spotlight's hanging over Portland, it's going to be fake stuff and people looking to make money there. That's all that's going on. But we cover real protests and stuff, so anywhere where there's fire, we'll be there covering it. But the goofy stuff, we got other stuff we got to do. I got a brand new merch store coming out. I got 3 new designs that you guys haven't even seen yet. I have to transfer all the old designs to the new store. We got brand new items that we've never been able to sell until now. I got new stuff for the website. We just shared a brand new Linktree link today that I put together last night until 4 o'clock in the morning. So it's like, you know, there's so much stuff going on. I'd rather not sit and watch, you know, fake protests. We'll show up when the real protests show up. Either way, moving forward here, like I said, we got this not Louisiana man accused of joining 2023 Hamas-led attack on Israel. This is a very weird story. They caught a terrorist. They don't call him that, but I think by the end of the story, you're going to agree this guy's a fucking terrorist. But before we get into this, I want to remind you, hooligans, that Alistair's got this horror podcast called EATI, which stands for Experimental Alien Technology Institution. This is a found footage audio drama. Each episode is a standalone tape from a secret organization's case files. They investigate things they simply can't explain. What you're hearing is a first a first-person recording of a mystery that defies both logic and reality itself. If you love cosmic horror, the terrifying ambiguity of H.P. Lovecraft, and the sheer raw terror of the found footage genre, then EATI is your next obsession. It's built for headphone listening to deliver a truly immersive handheld camera experience. Every episode is a unique nightmare that will make you question what's real and what's lurking just beyond your sight. You can listen right now on Spotify, iTunes, Rumble, Buzzsprout, and all major platforms. I'll drop this link really quick, and we're going to get into this not Louisiana man who's actually a terrorist. You guys hear me hitting that ambiguity? I practice it throughout the day while I'm not live, so when we do this one ad, I can nail it, the ambiguity. Either way, go check it out because it's cool stuff, and like I said, it's made by Alistair. Either way, getting back into the news here, this not Louisiana man accused of joining 2023 Hamas-led attack on Israel. I'm telling you, this guy's a terrorist. I wonder if we'll have a follow-up on this just because it's such a crazy story. Either way, hit that like button if you haven't already, and let's get into this.
Federal prosecutors say a Louisiana man participated in Hamas-led October 7th attack on Israel. They say he was an operative who armed himself and crossed into Israel with the intent to assist in Hamas's terrorist attack. According to a New York Times report, the 33-year-old suspect is now being held in a Louisiana correctional center. ABC's Olivia Rubin is following this for us. Olivia, what more do we know about this suspect and how he even ended up in Louisiana?
Andrew, these are remarkable allegations being made here in court papers accusing this man who is living in Louisiana, as you said, of helping carry out that Hamas-led attack on October 7th in Israel. Now, specifically, what these documents say is that that individual was part of a paramilitary group in Gaza at the time. So not actually a part of Hamas, but this separate group. And that once Hamas started its attack on October 7th, as we know, in the very, very early morning hours there, that its leader had put out a call, Andrew, essentially telling everyone to take up arms and to join them with their attack. And these charging documents that is exactly what this individual did. That minutes after that message went out, he told people that he would help. As you said, he started training, picked up weapons, and crossed into Israel to assist. The documents also saying that his cell phone pinged in Israel during that attack. Now, as for your question as to how this individual ended up now in Louisiana, well, these documents say that he then falsified a visa application, obtained legal permanent resident status, and ended up moving and living in Louisiana. And specifically, part of the way that the government here says that they found out about this was because of information that was provided by the Israeli government that came from Israel earlier this year in May. And that, of course, helped lead to kicking this off. But really striking allegations, Andrew.
Striking indeed. Olivia Rubin, thank you.
Okay. I love everybody in the chat talking about how beautiful that woman is. Everybody was just like, wow, as soon as she got on the screen. I don't even be noticing that stuff. I'm just like thinking of information. I might as well be blind. I'm just processing information. I didn't even know there was a woman on the screen until you guys started saying that. So funny. Next up, we got another interesting story. ICE agents detain a police officer because he's actually an illegal in Illinois, where Pritzker's saying, no, everything's fine out there. Yeah, well, you're hiring illegals to be cops, so, that's probably not okay. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see what you Hooligans think about this not Louisiana man. You see what I'm saying now? They're saying that this guy supposedly was a part of a military group in Gaza. And when the attack started, they decided to go join the attack that crossed into Israel to be a part of that terrible act that happened. Then he falsified a visa application and somehow obtained permanent legal status here. He moved to Louisiana, and they found out because the Israeli government provided information about that person, and then also stating that a cell phone ping there is like proof that he was actually there. He's currently in the Louisiana jail. He's a terrorist. If that stuff's true, then he's a terrorist. I don't know why they're calling him a Louisiana man. He's not here legally. He lied on the visa. So that's automatic deportation. That's what we're going to see with God, not Kilmar Abrego Garcia. That's the poor father from Maryland. The other one, I can't think of his fucking name. The other guy, he's going to be going too because he did the same exact thing. He lied on his visa. Mahmoud Khalil did the same exact thing. He lied on his visa, and so his legal status has been revoked. He currently does not have legal status. And this guy's in the same boat. He lied on his visa to get here and still got permanent status, which is crazy. No matter how you spin it, he is not a Louisiana man. He's not an American at all. He's a fucking terrorist, and they should refer to him as such. Like I said, next up, ICE agents detain a police officer because he's actually an illegal in Illinois. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat. Larry Whitey falsify a visa when he could have just walked across the border. Well, it kept him straight for a while because when the mass deportations happened, you know, he could have been getting hit. He could have been a part of that, but instead he had actual paperwork. So if he was to be have an interaction with ICE, he'd be able to actually prove paperwork because he was given permanent status. The visa application is where he lied, but by the time you get your paperwork, nobody but the government knows you lied, and they didn't even know until Israel intervened. What I think is interesting is what happened for Israel to go, hey, we found out all this information about this guy and we want to tell you about it. Why did Israel want this guy? Because that's what it is. If Israel would have never contacted our government, we wouldn't even know this guy is who he is. Then they would be calling him a Louisiana man because nobody would know that he's an illegal. You know, he's not just an illegal, he's a terrorist. So it's like, what caused this? Something happened. And the Israeli government was like, hey, send those guys an email. We want this guy back. You know, like, I don't know. To me, I'm not a Louisiana man. I'm a New Orleans man. Yep. Russell, give her a whipped cream bikini. Mm-hmm. Guess I'd put jelly on her and have breakfast. Mm-hmm. Jesus loves us. Glad you made it. Glad you made it back from the repair safely, Patriot Dad. Appeal to Evan. He was a plan to see if they can get people in because no one is checking visas now. Yeah, it could be. Ramsey Biden gave terrorists VIP treatment. Yeah, it's true. Just letting everybody across. Back Frank, all these liars messing it up, making it harder for legitimate people to get visas. Yeah, it's true. What's up, Metal Mouth? Happy freedom. Tory Wayne, politicians don't have to face consequences, but these fuckers do at least. Yeah, I agree. He's housed in the jail right now. He better stay there until it's time for deportation. I don't want to see them cut him loose, but you never know. And it's Louisiana, so seems kind of like it's 50-50. He might just break out and be on the run for the next couple months. You never know. Thank you so much, Stern, for the bits. Thank you, Rich, and thank you, Southern Eagleman. Thank you, Hooligans, so much for the bits over on Twitch. Really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for the support. Master Meatball, jelly on warm buns? Yes. Man, she's gorgeous. Everybody was saying that. Squish, when I close my eyes, I see your dreads. I got them here somewhere. They're in a bag. I think they're sitting right over there. I don't know how long I'm going to keep those dreads. One day there will be a reason. It'll just, the reason will reveal itself to me and I'll go, this is why I've held on to my dreads for the last 4 years. Zero cracking me up. Holy. All right, Hooligans, we're going to move forward here. Like I said, this is another weird story. Police raid illicit. Oh, no, that's the next one. ICE agents detain Hanover Park police officer, which is in Illinois. This guy's been on the run for like 10 years, and he's been an illegal for 10 years. He's like, you know what? Let's be a cop. You can be anybody in America. I'm going to be a cop. You don't have to be a legal citizen, but, fuck it, I'm going to be a cop. And it worked. So go ahead and hit that like button if you haven't already. Let's get into this.
Also breaking right now, a Hanover Park police officer detained by ICE this morning. The Department of Homeland Security says the officer, who's from Montenegro, overstayed a tourist visa by more than a decade. CBS News Chicago investigator Tara Molina is in Hanover Park with the story. Tara?
Joe, Boyovich hasn't worked here long. A post from the department detailed his graduation from the academy just this past August. No one from the department willing to speak with us today or provide a statement on his hiring or his detainment. Take a look at your screen. This is the photo Hanover Park Police posted of 25-year-old Radule Boyovich celebrating his graduation from the Suburban Law Enforcement Academy. Boyovich was detained Thursday morning in what the government is calling a targeted enforcement operation in Rolling Meadows, calling Boyovich a, quote, illegal alien from Montenegro, here on a tourist visa that expired March 31st, 2015. They say he illegally overstayed his visa by more than 10 years. According to ICE, Boyovich provided his employee identification card confirming he is a police officer with the Hanover Park Police Department when he was detained, telling agents he wasn't carrying weapons because he's only authorized to carry his firearm while on duty. Homeland Security pointing out in a separate release, police records confirmed Boyovich was approved by the pension board this year, records indicating his earnings cost taxpayers more than $200,000. The arrest happening as a federal judge ordered Chicago ICE Field Officer Director Russell Hott to appear in court next week to answer questions about several incidents where violations of a temporary restraining order were alleged, including using tear gas canisters against crowds. The judge calling the court hearing after seeing this confrontation between residents and federal agents on the southeast side on Tuesday. The judge also now requiring all agents working under the so-called Operation Midway Blitz, including agents with ICE and Customs and Border Patrol, who've been issued body cameras, to wear them and keep them on during law enforcement activities here. Those body cameras are meant to confirm agents are giving the court-ordered 2 warnings before using tear gas, rubber bullets, and other methods here.
These body cams will allow us to ensure that the real story is being told and that there's transparency.
Again, Hanover Park Police are not speaking out or issuing any kind of statement today, or at least they haven't quite yet. Coming up at 6, we're taking a closer look at how Boyovich was hired in the first place, how he was able to carry a weapon. Reporting live outside the police department, I'm Tara Molina, CBS News Chicago Investigators.
Tara, thank you.
Okay. So I assume we're going to have a follow-up on that because they don't have any details. They're saying that ICE arrested an Illinois officer because he is an illegal. He's been here illegally since 2015. Somehow he still became a cop. He was given a service weapon. He was also given a pension without having legal status. Somehow all that just went through. It was totally fine. And then they haven't provided any information on how all of this happened without raising any red flags. Because you would assume submitting paperwork for somebody who's here illegal or having them provide you with documentation proving their identity, you would see that everything's expired. So somebody messed up somewhere. And like I said, I assume we'll have a follow-up video hopefully explaining how did he become an official police officer with a gun and everything without being a citizen or having any legal status. It just doesn't make sense. I feel like if you don't have permanent legal status, you should not be allowed to be a cop, be anybody that carries a gun like in full capacity, and you shouldn't be allowed around kids. You shouldn't be a teacher. You shouldn't have access to be in daycare or anything. Anybody who's vulnerable. You can't work at a hospital. You can't work at a school. You can't be a cop. You can't run for government. You can't do any of that shit unless you become a permanent American citizen. Otherwise, you can't have any of that shit. It just makes sense. That shit just makes sense. We keep covering all these awful stories about how illegals are getting in here and there and everywhere and doing all this. It's because nobody's checking. Nobody's holding anybody accountable for anything. It feels like I'm alone doing this shit. Hate it. Either way, next up we got Police raid illicit Chinese massage parlor, not because they were looking for a handy J, but because apparently China crime networks are using these massage parlors for human trafficking, which I still can't really wrap my brain around how all of that works. I don't know if the people doing the massages are trafficked or if it's like just a hot spot, so people know that if you go to this place, they'll pretend to be a business, but if you're the right kind of person, you get to go behind the scenes. I'm not sure how it all works, but they just saved more than 60 victims and took down 30 human traffickers in this nationwide sting. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about Illinois hiring illegals to be cops. Guess massage trafficking has been going on for years. I just don't understand like how it all works. Like, how does a massage parlor equal human trafficking? Like, is that where people get kidnapped, or is that where the kidnapped people end up? Is that the massage place? And that's what I'm kind of trying to figure out. And I think that's what it is. I think they're raiding the massage parlors because that's where the victims are. That's where they're working. And maybe when they see ICE, then they're willing to admit, hey, I'm in a bad situation. This happened to me or whatever. Like, maybe that's the thing. But either way, we're getting into it next. Zero, Halloween's on Friday this year. I did not realize. That means it's probably going to be a good Halloween. The last couple trick-or-treats have sucked. I mean, I don't participate. I'm in this fucking apartment building in the middle of nowhere. I don't have to worry about this. But driving through town and like going places and stuff, it's dead. Trick-or-treat has been dead the last couple of years. Candy costs too much, or it rains, or kids just don't want to go trick-or-treating, or whatever. When I was a kid, we loved trick-or-treating. We used to go out there with pillowcases and fill them up. And I had friends that would like have to come back and trade out, get new bags and stuff because they'd get so much candy. And now it seems like trick-or-treat's been dead, but we'll see. Zero, what do you mean? Oh, where they end up? Yeah, that's what I think too, Zero. Sounds good, guess on. Yeah, 10 man. What's up, Butterfly? Happy Freedom. Major, I wouldn't trust trick-or-treating in today's world. Yeah, and I think that's kind of killing it too. What's up, Roy? Happy Freedom. It just sucks because trick-or-treat used to be badass. Like, I don't know. Bad guys mess everything up. Major, no more happy endings. Not from the illegals. What's up, Mike T? Happy Freedom. Big B, illegal cops. What the hell's going on around here? Yeah, don't worry. Illinois is safe. That's what Pritzker keeps saying. Jagular, not enough tear gas. Yes. Patriot Dad kind of missed the dreads. I had dreads for a couple years. I had dreads twice, and both times I had them for 3 years. And I think when I cut my dreads this last time, it was 3 years exactly down to the day. I got heat stroke. That's what happened. I had heat stroke, and I was like getting thin right here. My dreads was like getting all wiry and shit, and so I just cut them off. I don't have enough hair to have dreads. Just have dreads in the back. I don't know. We'll see. Get a dreadhawk going. See how trashy I can get. We'll see. Meta, I can't even get on an Amtrak train without identification. He managed to become a cop. Yeah. I think his cop buddies knew it. I think what happens in these situations is these illegals wiggle their way into the businesses and whatnot, and then they're cool with everybody. They're real helpful. They're probably the best on the team. And then it's time to get hired in, and everybody's like, oh shit, he's illegal. And they're like, yeah, but he's the best guy here. Oh, we love him so much. I'll just find a way to fudge the paperwork. And then bam, next thing you know, he's in there. It's the same way people get promoted, right? You don't get promoted for being a good worker. You get promoted from being buddies with the person who's able to promote you. That's how it works. It's not supposed to, but that's how it works in today's world. Friendliness, being friends is how you get the special treatment. You want a promotion? You got to get that special treatment. That's the only way. You can't earn it. You gotta go and get it from somebody. And you can tell by the way politicians work. But every factory I've been in, everybody who was a manager was friends with the bosses. They weren't good at their job, not by any means. They got favoritism through being buddies, especially if it's women. And I hate to say that. I know everybody gets all mad, but that's the truth about it, is men are defensive and women aren't. Women have a natural caring thing to them. So if you go and you appeal to that, you got women bosses, and you go and be charming to them, you are more likely for a promotion than otherwise, unless you have women who favor women. Then if you're a man, there is no fucking chance you will ever get a promotion. You will be fucked. You'll see new girls in 2 weeks on the job getting paid more than you. And that's the way it goes. It's favoritism. And that's, without accountability, you're going to see that kind of shit. And that's the way we are around here. And so it is what it is. I try not to worry about it. C1, well, California lets everything slide on purpose. Yeah, well, that was Illinois, but yeah. Any of these blue areas, they do the same thing. Lie, cheat, and steal. That's the blue team way. Stern, they set the requirements too low for the government job working people. Yeah, I think it depends on what it is, but yeah, it seems like every time they lower standards, and we have problems like this happening. What's up, guess who? Happy Freedom. Spiders favoring spiders. They're HR nightmares at Jeff's place. Yep, at the Spider B&B. Bobby, that's exactly what was going to happen. A dreadhawk. Yeah, that's where I was working my way to the dread mullet. A drullet. Guess I'm always preferred working for females, but I'm hot and shit, so it made sense I'd get promoted. I'd rather work with women than men in a lot of situations, but I'll never get a promotion, and everything will be my fault. But it's whatever. It's whatever. It's just the way it is. Can't help it. The world is the way the world is. What's up, WC? Happy Freedom to you. Beck Frank, it's not what you know, it's who you know. That's right. What's up, Cass? Happy Freedom. All right, hooligans, we're going to move forward here. Like I said, this is another crazy story. This is the last little bit of the news before we get into the fun stuff. It says police raid illicit Chinese massage parlors. And it's not because they were looking for a good time. This was a nationwide sting to bring down human traffickers. And from what I understand, it was a success of sorts. Hit that like button if you haven't already. And let's get into this.
Meanwhile, let's move away from the Capitol. In the state of Texas, Fox News exclusively embedding with the Austin Police Department as they raided illicit Chinese massage parlors, part of a massive operation targeting human traffickers and organized crime networks. It was just one of many human trafficking stings taking place across the country, an operation coast to coast, which saw more than 60 victims rescued, including juveniles. Here is the Austin Police Department on that operation.
Most of these places have deep, complex roots with overseas, Asian, Chinese criminal enterprises. We're going to close this one down today, but it's going to be very easy for them to open up another one anywhere else in Austin or anywhere.
Brooke Taylor live in Austin with the details on this exclusive report. Brooke, what you find out? What you see? Good morning.
Hi, Bill. Good morning. Well, we exclusively embedded with the Austin Police Department while they raided these illicit massage parlors. Now, they weren't just going after traffickers and these organized crime networks. They were also trying to rescue as many victims as possible.
It's going to be right here. We're going to drive past it. And we're going to roll in when they're ready.
Austin Police, search forward.
On the outside, these businesses are advertised as spas, but detectives say many like this one are being controlled by Chinese organized crime networks and used as a human trafficking hub.
This is a pretty common trend. Watch your step here. Massage bed, shower bed is pretty common nowadays for operations like this, and that just leads into a kitchen.
And just a few minutes away, simultaneously, officers with the Austin Police Department raided another illegal massage parlor. One of the victims found sleeping inside this disheveled room here with clear signs that others had also been living there.
Quite often, they're victimized, they're forced, coerced, threatened in some way. Their passports are withheld, their families are threatened, they themselves are threatened. They get hooked on some sort of drugs.
And these raids are part of a nationwide human trafficking operation on Thursday called Operation Coast to Coast. More than 150 different law enforcement agencies across the country participated, including Missouri, Oklahoma, California, and in New York. It's all coordinated by the Human Trafficking Training Center. They train officers and bring all of these agencies together.
About half of the agencies that we deal with will go after the illicit massage business industry, which is the fastest growing of all trafficking in America. And it is all Chinese organized crime. And all this is going right back to China. All the money's going back to China. The victims are coming over here from China.
Now, all the police departments, they're taking a victim-centered approach here. The national nonprofit called Safe House was also involved in this operation. They help these trafficking victims with resources and show them that there are options and there are ways out. Now, at last check, there were more than 30 people who were arrested, charged with trafficking and other charges as part of this investigation, and then more than 60 victims found nationwide. The youngest, I'm told, was just 14 years old. She was being trafficked on an escort site and forced to service more than 10 men a day. Thankfully, her suspected trafficker was one of those arrested during this op, Bill.
Wow, that's some eye-opening reporting there. Brooke, thank you on that exclusive report.
I'm Steve Ducey.
Okay. Now, it's a coincidence that I'm hearing sirens and can't see Klaus at the same time, I'm sure. Either way, like I said, that is the last little bit of the news. We're going to get into fun stuff. We are going to be opening today's door of the Advent Calendar sent by Cass. We got our 2 funny videos of the day. First one was provided by Donnie, and it's titled Elon and Trump, Parallel Universe. And our official funny video of the day was provided by Stoner, and it's titled Just Tell Me I'm a Good Boy. All of that's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about this nationwide human trafficking sting. Once again, they were saying human trafficking stings happening nationwide called Operation Coast to Coast. Chinese massage parlors being raided looking for victims of human trafficking. They're saying it's being controlled by Chinese crime networks as a human trafficking hub. 60 plus victims were rescued and more than 30 people were arrested for human trafficking and other charges. Like I said, hopping in the chat, and we got the fun stuff coming up next. So they read it all over Indiana. It was all over the news and people in the comments were cheering. Yeah, it's good stuff. Ghostly, yeah. This is what I'm picturing right now too. Like, where is the Klaus Daniels? Where's the Subaru? At least it's not a white Bronco. Guess I'm always make the hooker show an ID. That's right. Tory Wayne, Klaus stealing tuna again? He better not. I ain't got any bail money. Guess some is Klaus doing armed robbery? I mean, if you're going to do it, you might as well do it armed. Fuck it. Big B. I eat my favorite tacos across the street from a massage parlor. You could probably eat tacos in both places depending on how much money you got. Doesn't look like a bachelor's pad? Yeah. Have you ever seen women post videos or images of, like, they'll say, I just met this guy and it's the first time going to his house, and they post a picture of the living room and it's like just a chair and an Xbox and a TV sitting on the floor. There's like no furniture. There's just nothing. There's nothing on the walls. They're all bare. I love those videos and pictures because I always see that and I'm like, what do you mean he's living it up? The fuck are you talking about? He's got a TV, he's got an Xbox, he's got internet, he's got a place to sit. What do you want him to have? Like, that's what women are for, to come flower up the house. I don't know why they'd be mad. The blank walls is your canvas. The empty room is your canvas. We just need the essentials. Be safe, guess and bring me back beer. Major foosball table. Sheesh. Yeah, exactly. That's all we need. What's up, LM? Happy Freedom. I've always said that these spas and restaurants were cover-ups. 2 local high school teachers have even been suspected of human trafficking. How absolutely horrifying. Stay staffed, hooligans. Yeah, absolutely. The world is a dangerous place. What's up, Sir Pickles? Happy freedom to you. Guess I'm Austin, liberal shithole. Yeah. That's what I was thinking too when they were saying that. Back Frank, it's Jeff's fault. It is. It's all my fault. Meta, I don't know how to use any of that stuff. I wasn't given any instructions. I was just given the chemicals, so I don't know what to do with them. Oh, thanks for being here. Appeal to heaven. Enjoy the rest of your day. Kung Fu, happy freedom to you. It was long ago I was told long ago I was not lead, supervisor, or management material. Yeah, Kung Fu, they don't know what they're talking about. Fuck those bitches. Don't worry about it. Meta, what'd you do after the ending the live last night after the chip? Nothing really. I'm trying to think what I even did. I went to Wesco. Got something to drink. Got a snack. Because I haven't really cooked dinner in like 4 or 5 days. I've been so stressed about money. I've been trying not to spend anything. Nothing really. Nothing. I don't know. I was pretty much fine by the time we got off the live. Guess who? If you're your own boss, is it sexual harassment? I mean, only if you call the police on yourself. That's the only time. I haven't called the police, but you know, everything else is there. The evidence is there. What's up, Redwater? What's up, Wayne? Happy freedom. What's up, Sharika? Happy freedom to you. Redwater, is FBI in the case? Oh, I bet so. It's a nationwide sting. TT, I live in San Francisco Bay Area, and we have had those scummy parlors for decades. Yeah, I wonder if those got raided too. Shriqua, I'm sick of how the woke media is trying to say that there's no problem at the ICE facility in Portland. I've watched you since 2020. Yeah. No, there is stuff going on there, but now that there's spotlight, you got a bunch of fakers there. Real criminals aren't going to behave while everybody's watching. They wait for the cameras to go away, you know? And so that's why things are the way they are, but yeah, they're trolling. Go say, I got a big ass painting of an American flag that's on my wall. That's badass. I got stuff like this tapestry. This tapestry is fucking huge, by the way. It's massive. It takes up this whole wall. It's like, I don't know, 10 foot by 8 feet or something like that. I got another one in the bedroom that's the hooligan badge, but it's all white. And then I got a black flag hanging up in my other bedroom. And that's all I got on the walls. I don't know. It probably looks rough around here, honestly. It's probably like going into a gang member's house the way it looks, but that's okay. It's just me and Klaus Daniels, and he doesn't have a choice in the matter, so it's fine. It's fine. I don't have guests. I just have hooligans. Either way, we are going to get into the fun stuff. Like I said, we're going to be opening today's door of the Advent Calendar sent by Cass, and we got our 2 funny videos of the day. But before we get into this, I want to remind you, hooligans, if you'd like to support the live to keep us running, you're welcome to use the links in the video description in order to send donations. You could do that by using PayPal, Cash App, Stripe, Zelle, Venmo, Locals, Buy Me a Coffee, or you can even send crypto. I'm going to send you this link really quick because maybe this will be easier than dealing with the links in the description. I don't know. But give you the links anyways. Then we're doing the fun stuff. For some reason, I feel like I'm about to eat something spicy. But I'm not until the voice chat. Like I said, you guys got to get yourselves a paid membership for jeffmaclive.com so you can join us in the voice chat today after Coffee with Hooligans, because I'm going to be eating a ghost pepper, and Hair Juicer, I think, is going to eat another Reaper pepper. So you should definitely come join us for the voice chat. Either way, getting into the fun stuff here. Like I said, we're going to be opening today's door of the Advent Calendar. Let's see what we get today from the Advent Calendar sent by Cass. Excited to see. Never know. I can't even guess what we're going to get. Oh, well, I got it. What is this? I don't know who this is, but this is a cool-ass figurine. You guys have to tell me. This is so cool. Look at it. Please fucking focus, because this is a good one. Come on, camera, you piece of shit. I don't know why it won't focus. Either way, this guy has a head in a box, and then he's got like a syringe. Is it Fauci? It might be Fauci. That might be the scary guy. This is Fauci here. I am not sure. He's got a head in a box. This is like the coolest figurine I've ever seen in my life. I don't have to know who it is. This guy's not fucking around. He's got a syringe. He's got a head in the box. I mean, what more do you need to know, right? Very cool. I'm actually going to Google Lens it really quick. First, I want to give you a huge shout out to Patriot Dad. Thank you so much for that $5 donation over on Rumble. You're badass, Patriot Dad. Thank you so much. Says, I think you need some Diablo sauce. $5 should at least get a Taco Bell bean burrito. I think so. Thank you so much, Patriot Dad. Really appreciate it. I'm going to scan this really quick with Google Lens. We're going to figure out who this is. You guys might already know, but I want to see officially. Focus. Yes. Who is it? Who is it? Come on, come on. That's an old picture. Anyways. Google Lens. Does it sound like I'm from Michigan when I say that? Herbert West. Who is Herbert West? From Toonie Terrors, I think. Who is that? Who is Herbert West? He ain't fucking around. I know that. He's got a head in a box. It must be Fauci's cousin or something like that. Herbert West. Interesting. Thank you so much, Cass. Really appreciate it. Super cool. All right, let's get into these funny videos really quick. I'm going to actually have to Google that guy. I need to know who that is because he ain't messing around. Not everybody just wanders around with a head in a box. Once again, this is first funny video of the day. This was provided by Donnie, and it's titled Elon and Trump, Parallel Universe.
So everybody want me to meet the Chinese Elon Musk? Well, the thing is, we haven't been talking for a while, but today we're here with him. We'll see how it goes. Hey.
English is so easy.
Okay, he speaks English. He's trying to say that. I'm the translator, by the way. So how is everything? How's business? How's the SpaceX?
Oh, SpaceX. You know.
This guy talks to me like I'm intellectually challenged, but I love this guy. He's very patient.
He talks to me like I'm intellectually challenged. Holy. All right, getting into our official funny video of the day. This one was provided by Stoner. I love this. This is a special video to me. I even downloaded it because I love it so much. This is provided by Stoner. It's titled, Just Tell Me I'm a Good Boy.
I have a dream that one day a big, strong, emo woman will hold me tight and whisper in my ear that I am a good boy.
Yes. I'd be showing up to the protest like that. Anyways, that is all the coffee I had for you guys today. I'm going to grab our new link list link because I'd rather have my own stuff than mess with Linktree because that's the kind of person I am. I like to make my own shit. So I'm going to drop this new link list link here that has all of my links listed. So if you'd like to make donations, join membership programs, or purchase any merch, would really appreciate it. All of your guys' contributions keep us running every day except for Sunday because we've got to have a day to recharge those batteries. Definitely go join Discord. Discord is our free hooligan community. It's the best way to be notified every single time we go live. The hooligans are there keeping the conversation going 24/7, and we have 2 news boards to keep you up to date with everything going on around the world. So definitely go join Discord. If you're feeling real saucy, go join jeffmaclive.com. Over on the website, it is the best way to experience the live. Our built-in chat has more ability than any other platform. You can post memes and GIFs and custom emojis and links and all kinds of stuff right there while watching the live. You also have access to Hooligans Alley, which is our private social media area. You'll have access to the forums, the arcade, the Hooligan AI, and our advanced messaging system with the built-in group chats. So definitely go get yourself a membership for jeffmaclive.com. It's the home of the hooligans. Like I said, we're going to read through. We get the pledge coming up, and then we're raiding out over on Rumble. Russ, I'm a good boy, rub my belly. That's right. Russell, just ate some good Cajun shrimp. Hope it was fantastic. Oh, that's badass, Ghostly. Hell yeah, that looks awesome. Russell, you're going to be in the voice chat right after the live. What time is it? I might have to find some food first. I'd rather not eat a hot-ass pepper on an empty stomach. I don't think it'll take me very long, though. Oh, you're awesome, Beck Frank. Yeah, you hooligans, definitely consider going and getting yourself a paid membership for jeffmaclive.com. We do have free memberships over there just so you can kind of check things out, see how it goes. You'll have your own profile, your own timeline. You'll be able to access most of the forums and all of that. But if you get a paid membership, you'll have access to everything, including our voice chat. We do every single Friday. And like I said, I'm going to eat a ghost pepper. Here Juice are supposed to be eating a Reaper pepper, and it's always a ton of fun. That's where we read books and stuff. We'll every once in a while we get these books like we have here. Go the fuck to sleep. We'll read books like this. We watch videos. We eat hot peppers. We have a lot of fun in the voice chat. So definitely consider getting yourself a membership for jeffmaclive.com. It's the best way to support, and it's the best way for you to support while also getting something back in return. So definitely go and consider it. Thank you so much, Ramsey, for that $5 donation over on Rumble. Really appreciate you, Ramsey. Thank you so much. Says, Jeff, you're getting it too close to the camera. It's focusing on the palm of your hand. That's okay. That's okay. Hi, Klaus Daniels. Yes, I thought you were MIA all day. Is it Fancy Feast time? It is 7:30. Here you are. That's right. These cans aren't going to crack themselves, are they? Either way, reading through. Cass, another damn pepper? I know. And I had a hot chip yesterday. I'm going to end up with real problems. Tori Wayne, few new books coming your way. That's so badass. I'm so excited for that, Tori Wayne. Thank you. Beck Frank, I'm not eating a pepper. That's okay, Beck Frank. You don't have to. Metamod looks like Dexter. I didn't even think of that. Jagula, need to start the barbecue. Got some steaks and twice baked potatoes. Sounds fantastic. Beck Frank, I have to put up with Gessam and Turbo. That's enough work for me. No need for a pepper. Yeah, you're spicy enough, Beck Frank. LM, try the Hot One challenge one day. Oh, I'd love to. I've been watching Hot Ones since they were nobody. Since before they were bought out by Complex and all of that. Hot Ones is awesome. I haven't watched it recently, but if... Let me see. Does Amazon have the Hot Ones? I turned the page and it muted myself and I didn't realize it. Anyways, what I was trying to say was I can't find the Hot Ones stuff on Amazon that's cheap. It's $120 for 27 bottles in a box, which is fucking crazy. And then it's like $45 for a 3-pack. And so, like I was trying to tell you guys got the P.O. box. So if you find cool stuff that's not going to kill me, I don't like shit that's trying to kill me. But you could send me what you want for the P.O. box instead of me trying to find it on the Amazon list. Ghostly goth over emo. I don't know what to think about all that stuff, because half the time if you see goth people or emo people, it's actually a dude in a dress. It's not even a female. Like, I don't even know what to think now. I wish that we could normalize asking women if they're women without them getting offended, but just simply understanding that we're trying to make sure they're not a dude in a dress, because no one prevented that from becoming normal. I wish you could just say, hey, you're not a dude, right? And women go, no, I'm not a dude. Instead of being like, oh, you think I'm a guy? You think this, that, and the other, and blah, blah. Just drop the attitude in the wiener if you got one. Like, just trying to make sure you ain't got a dick. Like, this world we live in, man, I'm telling you, there's reasons why people are drunk all the time. Jagular, like asking how long a woman is. Yeah, exactly. I'm just making people mad today. I'm not trying to. Just being honest. Beck Frank, you're gonna send that Aussie spicy jerky? That would be fantastic. We're definitely gonna try that. Patriot Dad, I ate a super hot homegrown pepperette on a $5 bet at work. Paid for 2 days. Oh, I believe it. Butterfly, I could find stuff on Amazon. Do a thread suggesting items would be good for your wish list. I could add that on Discord, I suppose. Suggestion. Let's see. Let me write a reminder. Wish list suggestions. Now, this may backfire because I just had to remove all the movies off of the wish list because it made the list so damn long. And I had to move it to, I have I can't think what it's called now. Throne. The Throne wish list has all the movies on it now, but we'll see. Ghostly, just pull the Trump and grab him by the hoo-ha. If there wasn't a thing of sexual assault charges, I would. You know, you just wander through the bar, you're like, nope, nope, nope. You need to wash this. You know, like just a little of that. But anyways. Shroomish, I bought $100 in beef jerky last night. Carolina Reaper one too. That's badass, Shroomish. I love jerky. Totally care. I identify as a toaster. And what happens when you get in the bathtub? What's up, Plastic Quack? Happy Freedom. What's up, Lone Wolf? Happy Freedom to you. Meadow, what are you talking about? Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I don't really know how to use any of that stuff. Like, what am I supposed to do with oregano? Everybody was giving me different advice. Bobby Johnson. Yeah, I need to look up. I can't. Herbert Wayne or Herbert West. I need to look that up to see who that is. Wayne looks from the movie Reanimator. Maybe that's what it is. What's up, man? Happy Freedom. Ghostly. I mean, not when you first meet them, but definitely before you let them in the car. You just pull up and they lean on your passenger window and you're like, hold on, I got to check the oil before I let you in the car. It's etiquette. This is 2025 etiquette for picking up hookers. Either way, it is that time again, you hooligans. Please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, we did the thing we are going to be raiding out over on Rumble. Zero put together a list so I can remember who we raid out, and that is a huge help. Thank you so much, Zero. Really appreciate it. Because I am so damn forgetful. We got a whole house of people willing to raid here. Man, Italians live, Grimm's live. All right, we're going to have ourselves a good little raid here. Let me see. Let me check the list here. I think we're going to rate Italian because Italian's pretty cool. I like Italian and Grim, but we haven't rated Italian in a while. Italian's been on for 4 hours, but knowing him, he could be doing 12-hour live. You never know. Italian's cool, so we're going to rate Italian. Do. All right, hooligans, get ready for this raid. Now make sure you hit that like button as soon as you land. Got to do the thing, help these guys out. We help them out, maybe they'll send help our way. Plus, Relax is already over there, missing out on coffee with hooligans. That's all right. Italian's pretty cool. Let's get this raid rolling, hooligans.
Yeah, now everybody in the map knows that we are here.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure that was us.
Hey, Jefferty. Thank you for the raid. I appreciate you, my friend. How was the stream?
Hey. They just went up.
Wait.
Stairs.
Coming.
So they just took the zip line up, so they're gonna be up
We
here.
are playing Arc Raiders with Glam today. Happy freedom, happy freedom, guys.
I just saw him go
Sorry,
up.
we
That's
are
so
in.
crazy.
We are about to fight people. Hey guys, welcome in.
All right.
We are playing Arc Raiders, a new game, which is amazing, by the way. Thank you for the raid. I appreciate you guys.
I know you're up here.
Where are you?
You sound like ass and give chug.
Where are you?
Sunken, listen to yourself like on my stream.
Mr. Silly.
You sound insane.
Oh, Mr. Silly.
Whoa!
Whoa!
The balls! No, not me! Not me!
Fantastic raid, you hooligans. Poor Italian there getting hit with the balls, but that's okay. That's okay. They're out there gaming it up with Glamour. I wonder who else is hanging with those guys, doing the thing. Fantastic raid, you hooligans. We're going to read through one more time, but we are wrapping this up. We'll be live again tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern time for the very next Coffee with Hooligans. Tomorrow is Free Speech Saturday, so we will not be live on YouTube or Twitch. We will be live on Kick, Rumble, jeffmaclive.com, as well as X, and you could always use the video description. Go find the link tree in there. Or the link list. That's the new thing that I'm making right now. But either way, go find my list of links to make your way to a better platform tomorrow, because it's Free Speech Saturday and we don't have time for sissy ass community guidelines on Free Speech Saturday. Also, like I've been saying, if you get yourself a paid membership for jeffmaclive.com, $10 a month, you can join us on Fridays for our voice chat. Of course, you'll have access to everything on the website. There is so much stuff to do on the website. It is there to be entertained and to be connected as a hooligan, so definitely take advantage of that. But like I said, get yourself a paid membership for jeffmaclive.com. You can join us in the voice chats. We'll be eating spicy peppers again today. Come join us. It's a lot of fun. Get yourself a paid membership for jeffmaclive.com. Well, thanks for being here, Zero. Enjoy the rest of your day. Ghostly, you been looking at playing the game they were playing? I don't know anything about it. Done. I got my name reserved on the site. Badass. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. You guys can go create a free account and kind of get established and all of that. And then if you decide to get a paid membership to join us in the voice chat when we're doing fun stuff like we are today. I mean, the voice chat's always fun, but today we're going to be eating spicy peppers. Or if you just want access to everything on the site, because like I'm saying, we have so much on there. I can't even tell you guys in the advertisement. There's just so much to do on the website, and I'm constantly adding to it. So definitely go check it out. Plus, I have control of the website. So it's not like we're going to have cool shit and tomorrow we're getting banned. We can't be banned. There's no way to ban us. Even if the host wanted to kick us off their shit, we'd go find a new host, or I would just build our own server. We're about to build our own RTMP server so we can do our own live streaming without having to pay these other companies to give us tools to do it. So definitely go get yourself a membership for jeffmaclive.com, even if it's a free one, because it's the place to be. It's made for the hooligans. Thanks for being here, Elder Zoomer. That's right, Middle Mouth. Play ball. Appreciate you, Tori Wayne. Butterfly, they have spider bite cream. I don't know. I need all of that. Beck Frank just ordered it. Hot chili scorpion jerky. Oh, that's scary and exciting at the same time. You're awesome, Beck Frank. Meta, my suggestion is Epsom salt compress and soak. Directions are on the package. Good stuff. I'll check it out, Meta. Thank you for letting me know. And thank you for being with us today. No worries, Stern. Thank you for being here. What's up, Marcy? Happy freedom to you. Willie Fix It. Happy freedom to you. Don't fuck with the U.S. The United States of America. That's right, Willie Fix It. That's right. Thanks for being here, Agent O. Thank you, 10 Man. Enjoy the rest of your day. I think we are good to go, you hooligans. Like I said, tomorrow is Free Speech Saturday. No YouTube, no Twitch tomorrow. Use the Linktree link or the list of links, depending on whatever you see in the video description, to make your way to a better platform tomorrow, because we will be live on Kick, Rumble, jeffmaclive.com, as well as X. And like I said, we're going to be heading into the voice chat here after Coffee with Hooligans. You can calm down. Calm down. We can't be yelling here. Yeah. Holy. Sneeze your whole face off. Anyways, like I was trying to say before I was so rudely interrupted, we're going to be eating ghost peppers and other spicy stuff in the voice chat tonight, so definitely consider getting yourself a paid membership for jeffmaclive.com to come have fun with us hooligans over on the website where we can be hooligans. I really appreciate all of you guys being here. Thank you for helping me cover the news, and thank you for helping me make the news suck a little less. I really appreciate all of you guys. Go enjoy the rest of your day. Find some good food, and please be safe out there. And like I said, make your way back to us tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern time, for the very next Coffee with Hooligans. Huge shout out to everyone that made donations, joined the membership programs, or purchased any merch. I really appreciate all of you guys, and I would not be able to do any of this if it wasn't for you. So thank you so much for all your support, and I'll see you on the next live. Until then, stand tall, shine bright, and that's a wrap.